Have you ever noticed that the canopies on petrol stations or the roofs on their shops are always everywhere flat, flat, flat? Everywhere except in Ongar town, where their roofs are all curvy. To solve this mystery, we need to go back in time to this building and a young architect who came to Ongar in 1955. His name was John Amor, and he was an apprentice architect at West Ham Council. He was deeply inspired by the Festival of Britain, a huge modern architecture, design and technology project that was built on the south bank of the Thames, opening in 1951. Britain was grey, bombed and financially broken, but one place had colour and the spirit of the new. The Festival of Britain symbolised the hope of building a better future. While still a trainee, John put forward an audacious plan to redevelop Ilford's bombed and derelict centre and transform it into a new theatre and arts complex. His design clearly showed the influence of the Festival of Britain, but he also took great care to incorporate an old church that was on the site into his plan. I love the detailed models he made to the exact scale of the final concept. The outline drawings were all there, ready to start. However, the council didn't follow up on his proposal. So he decided to leave the council position and start his own architectural practice. John set up his practice in Central House, Ongar, right next to the town's garage. During the early years of the practice, he and his father, Reginald, developed an innovative roofing system. Reginald was a skilled carpenter and inventor. He invented a special type of gramophone, which were the first music players. His one folded up into a small box specifically for travel. We think it is the world's first boombox. During World War II, Reginald's furniture factory was directed to make wings for Mosquito aircraft. The Mosquito was the only wooden aircraft of its time. It was strong enough to carry big engines and lots of weight, but was very light, so it could fly faster than all the metal planes of its size. John was in the RAF, learned to fly and loved aeroplanes too. They used ideas learned from building the Mosquito to develop a type of wooden roof that could have a long span, be light, quick to build, cheap and durable. And it just so happened that the garage owner next to John's office wanted a stylish new garage showroom and workshop. So White's Garage became their first large-scale project using the new roof design system. Their company was called Stress Skin Structures Limited. We've made a model to show you how we think the roof system worked. 6-foot square plywood boxes would be made with an angle at each end. Our model blocks are cut at 15 degrees. A wire was threaded through the boxes. When it was time to make the arch, they tightened the wire. Reginald was known to jump on top of the boxes, hit them with a hammer until they fitted nicely together. The garage stood for 36 years. It was a local landmark. I love this picture from the 70s called Pedal Power. There is no electricity and the petrol pump attendant is having to pedal to get the petrol out. Overseeing this comic scene is the splendid arch of White's Garage. Like the Mosquito aircraft, the stress skin structure roof system outperformed what was thought possible with wood. John had a lot of problems getting planning permission as White's was so modern in comparison to the rest of old Ongar. When Esso Tesco's tried to get planning permission in the 90s to demolish White's and rebuild, they also had trouble with the committee because their roofs were too flat. Come back with an idea that's more like White's garage, they said. John had many other projects in his 40-year career. 300 of them we count on the books. From factories to big modern new builds, restorations and extensions of all sizes and shapes. You can see over 100 of his original designs on the exhibition table. We hope you enjoy their craft, precision and beauty. There is one of his buildings you can easily see in Ongar, which is, even after 49 years, still one of the most modern looking buildings in the area. Great Banson's, Ongar's 20th century doctor's surgery, is opposite Sainsbury's. Influenced by designer Miles van der Rohe, he used reflective glass to blend the building into the landscape and enable patients, doctors and staff to feel the calmness of nature around them. It is now home to MP Architects. John truly was a modern architect, but he would always say that he was just trying to find the best solution at the least cost for his clients. Here's what he wrote in his report on Great Banson's doctor's surgery. My brief was to make this possible for a strictly limited financial outlay. And we have created, I hope, a fresh and lively building conducive to health and hope. Perhaps these words also sum up what he was trying to do every day at the drawing board, creating visions on paper.